Hi guys, my name is Abhishek, and today's session agenda is first Neeraj will share the journey from college to TCS, and then we'll discuss about the TCS NQT patterns and the details about the TCS NQT test, what are the criterias and how you can enroll for it, and after that we'll discuss the question and answer if you have any query regarding TCS NQT and all. So first of all I would request Mr. Neeraj who is from TCS to share his experience how he started the journey from college and after working 1 year with TCS, how is your experience? So over to you, Neeraj.
Thank you, Abhishek. Hello and good evening, everyone. I hope you all are doing well in this pandemic.
Yeah, thank you.
And let me introduce myself first. I am Neeraj Kumar Misra and I am passed out from Asansol Engineering College in 2019. And I am from ECE background. Currently, I am working with TCS as a system engineer. Frankly speaking, in our colleges, in the colleges like ours, that is from private colleges, getting jobs in TCS is like a dream job. So in my college also, getting job in TCS was like dream job. When we entered our college from day one, we were like everyone was talking about how to get job in TCS. Our seniors, our teachers, all were like starting started to prepare us for getting job in TCS, and we does the same. So I got in job in TCS in 2019 through NQT process only. Right now also there will be an NQT 2021. Although the pattern is a little bit changed this time, but all the steps are same. That is, you will have a written test, that is online based test, that is TCS NQT, and then you will have technical round, technical interview, and then you will have HR interview, and all was same at my time also. So in our time, we had this aptitude round where they will ask you verbal ability, reasoning ability, and numerical ability. And there was a coding round. In coding round, we were like it was a bit easy. That is, at that time there were only one code. That was also simple. I as I remember, the code was at my time was how to add two numbers. So I guess this is pretty easy for all of you. So that was very easy. So passing the first step, that is the test NQT, was very easy at my time, but it is not easy at your time because the pattern has been changed a lot. For example, for you, the coding round will be a three round. That is, first you will have the MCQ based question from coding. That is, you will have 10 questions you have to do in 15. Then you will have like one small code, hands-on code. You will get 15 minutes to do that, and then that the second code will be a bit tough. You will have a big code to write and run, and that you will get 30 minutes for that. So it has somewhat changed, but my time there was only one code. So we had cracked our written exam, and then we moved on to the technical interview. Speaking of technical interview, according to me, that was the very most important steps for getting job in TCS. There they will get to know you better. They will ask you the questions related to your subject matter, related to IT, and there you get the chance to express yourself. So getting job is all about cracking that interview. Written part is a bit easy compared to that, and but giving interview is like you were exposed at that time. So according to me, you should prepare very well for that technical interview. And speaking of HR interview, they will just give the introduction of the TCS. They will ask you about are you comfortable in joining TCS at any location? Are you comfortable in like shifts, whether the shifts will be morning shift, evening shifts, you are able to work or not. So basically what they check is how you are ready to accept the policies of the company, reallocate you, whether they can shift you in a different shift. So that is not tough. You will, what you need to do is first prepare yourself for TCS NQT exam and then TCS technical interview. So that's all I can say from my journey from college to TCS. That how I passed my college and then how I got job in TCS.
Okay. So thanks, Neeraj. Neeraj, in the second part, can you explain a little bit about TCS NQT? That
Yeah,
what
sure.
it stands for and how they can prepare for it and how they can crack the exam. Little bit about it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So first of all, what is TCS NQT? NQT stands for
If
National
you want,
Qualified
you
Test.
can. If you want, you can share your screen and you can demonstrate if you want. Or you can instruct me, I can navigate to them and you can explain it.
You can search TCS NQT 2021 in Google and there you will get the site of TCS ION.
Okay, just give me a second. So guys, as Pankaj said, you just navigate to Google Chrome and you just search TCS NQT 2021. First link, you will get TCS campus hiring YOP 2021, and this will land to this particular page. Here you will get all the information related to your TCS NQT. That is your registration date. The last registration date is 17th October and the test will be held on 24th, 25th, 26th of October. So over to you, Neeraj. Can you explain about the registration process?
Yes. So TCS NQT, this time it is a bit changed. Last time TCS NQT was meant for hiring TCS campus hiring, but this time TCS NQT is a bit different. Here NQT is something else and getting job in TCS, that is TCS hiring section, is a second steps. So NQT, there is a lots of confusion here. What is NQT and what is TCS hiring process? So first let me clear this confusion. NQT here means earlier TCS ION. TCS, and I think you must know this, that TCS ION is a partner of TCS Tata Group, which used to take exams for different recruitment processes. So earlier TCS ION used to take an exam called CCQT, and that CCQT exam was meant to get recruit the students in different Tata Group's companies. That was there. That is the Tata Group partners and many other 200 companies. But this time all that is consolidated in this NQT test. So if you have seen somewhere that it is the for 2019, 2020, 21 and 22 pass out students, yes, it is for these students, but TCS is not going to hire all those students. TCS will hire only 2021 pass out student. So this NQT will be all the other students who will appear for this exam. This NQT score will be for other companies and not for TCS itself. So this is the first point. I think you must have confusion that which year can apply or not. So for TCS campus hiring, only 2021 student will be eligible. So get how to. So we will talk about 2001 pass out, 2021 pass out student, that is whom they are going to get the job in TCS. So for getting job in TCS, you have to get yourself registered on NQT first, and the site for that is, here you can see that registration link learning.tcs-hub.in. So first you need to register yourself here. By registering yourself here, you will get an NQT number, that is a 13-digit unique ID, that is NQT ID, and you need to copy that that NQT ID for yourself. And then there will be the second steps where you need to navigate to the TCS Next Step portal. I hope you all are registered with Next Step portal, and you must have got your CT or DT reference number, which is important. Yes, this is the link for TCS Next Step. So now when you go to TCS Next Step, there you can find apply for drive. You have to submit your form. At last, you will get to update your NQT number. And you need to update your NQT number there. By doing this, you will get a note that is apply for drive. And not all students get this drive. Only 2021 pass out students will get this note apply for drive, and you will be able to apply. Now, talking about the criteria, first I have cleared that only 2021 students will be eligible for this. And what criteria should they possess? So they must have 60%. As you can see here, TCS campus hiring eligibility criteria, yes, percentage. You must have 60% or 6 CGPA throughout your academic, that is your 10th, 12th, and your degree. You must possess this. And you must not have backlog more than one. You can have only one active backlog. And gap, year gap. You must not possess a gap of more than 2 years. That is 24 months. And age is like 18 years to 28 years. Don't think this will be a problem for you. And course type, you must have the full-time course. So this is the basic eligibility criteria, which is pretty same as last year. Every year the criteria is same for TCS, so you don't have to bother for this. So this is how you will get yourself.
Here, I just want to add one point. Am I audible to you all right?
Yes.
So here I just want to add one point. Many of you are having one doubt, which is the 60% will be calculated based on top 5 or top 6 or something like that. So guys, the 60% average will be calculated based on your overall, not on particular based top 5 or top 4 or something like that. So it is overall percentage. So please keep in mind while you are going to fill the form. Okay. So based on that, it will be evaluated. Don't put your top 5 or top 6 or top 4 percentage. You just put your overall percentage of 10, 12 and your CGPA of your engineering. And you will be eligible only if in all the grades you are 60% above. So you need to keep in mind that criteria as well very strictly. Over to you, Neeraj.
Yeah, you are right. So this is the eligibility criteria who are eligible for TCS and who are not. And as I have already mentioned that the TCS hiring will only for 2021 batches. Now let us talk about the National Qualified Test NQT pattern this year. This is somewhat changed this time. As you can see from this note, yes, here as you can see, the sections divided for this TCS NQT pattern. Now there will be verbal ability where you will get 24 questions and you have to do it in 30 minutes. Again, you will get reasoning ability. You will get 30 questions in you have to do in 50 marks. So these upper three sections, that is verbal ability, reasoning ability and numerical ability, is somewhat same as the last year. So nothing has changed in this section. All that is changed is this in programming logic. Here you will get two sections, first programming logic and second is coding. In programming logic, you will get 10 MCQ type questions. For that, you will get 15 minutes. And the questions that you can expect are like, what will be the output of this pseudocode? What will be the You will get some questions from uh, data structure, that what MCQ type questions from data structures. And again, you can have you will get basics questions like data types, input and output, functions and scopes, pointers, call by value, and these types, and you will get questions from these only. And again, moving towards to coding round. Coding round, there will be two hands-on code. One code, as I have already mentioned, is a bit simple, which is like earlier. Like you will have to write a code for adding two numbers, write a code for find the prime number, uh, code for Fibonacci series, and these types. So that question it will be a bit easy. But moving on the last part, that is the second hands-on coding, that will be a bit tough. That will be basically from arrays, strings, matrices, geometrical operations, mathematical operations, number series, banking modes, and all that. So that question will carry a huge marks. You will get 30 minutes to that, and that will be a like very important question. You must need to crack all those, as you are going to get a job in IT company, so you will have to crack these. One important thing I have missed over here is while registering yourself in NQT, you will have to tick here that is for subject test. This coding round, this coding round you will get only in subject test option. So while registering yourself for TCS NQT, you need to tick yes in subject test. And all those other students who are from non-technical background, they are appearing for TCS NQT only to get jobs for other companies, not for TCS. They will not need to give this exam. So you will only get this programming section only if you take this subject test. So don't forget to tick that. That is the most important thing. Uh, I'm done with this test pattern, I guess. If you have any question, you can ask.
Here I just want to add a few points, guys, about the preparation, how you can prepare for this TCS NQT. As you can see, the total test duration is 180 minutes, and it is being divided into five different sections like verbal, reasoning, numerical, programming, and coding. And as you know, TCS is a software development company, so you must need to have a good idea of coding. So guys, please focus on coding and programming logic section, because these two section you can see consist of major time duration, that is 15 minutes and your 45 minutes, that is almost around your 1 hours, right? 1 hour
Yeah.
for these two section, and remaining is for these three sections. So I would say you please give high priority to these two section, and equally give the importance to the other section as well, based on his timing and the number of question, so that you can easily clear the cutoff and all during the aptitude round, whatever be the cutoff set by TCS after the examination and after the evaluation, they set the bar, so that prepare you have a clear cut idea that yes, this much time I will give to this particular section to cover this many question, and this much time I will give to this particular section to attempt these many questions. And at the end, as Neeraj said, coding round consists of two programs. One is simple and the another one is tougher. So for simple, whatever you have learned during your engineering, like adding, subtracting, prime number, factorial, and some star printing, or some area of a triangle, area of a circle. So the basic programs which you have done during your engineering semester. And the second part will be a bit tougher, where the question may come from the array, linked list, data structure like tree and sorting and searching kind of. And for that, I would say you do some hands-on from HackerRank and HackerEarth. That is the good place to do some hands-on coding, and that will give you a good idea of level of standard coding. So you please try to do some hands-on from that particular website. And nothing else. Over to you, Neeraj, if you want to add something more.
Now you have suggested very well. Getting job in IT, you must possess some good knowledge in coding. No matter which language, you can use C language, C++, Python, Java, or Perl. You have pretty much options. No matter which language are you comfortable with, but you must know the logic. And this will also help in your technical interview. In technical interview, they will ask you questions from IT, that is from CS background. If you are not from a CS background, then also you must possess some good knowledge. As for example, myself, I am from ECE background and I have given the interview in TCS. So they asked me in which language you are comfortable with. So there is nothing like you must possess good knowledge of Java or C. I said C language. So they were okay with that and they give me a piece of paper and told me to write a code. That code was for bubble sort. You may not be lucky enough to get this easy code, but I was at that time. So I got to write a code on bubble sorting and I wrote that code. And they were like, okay with that. And again, they will ask you about your favorite subject. And which is your favorite subject? As they know I'm not from CS background, I'm from ECE. So they were like, there must be some favorite subject of yours in which you are very much confident. So I told that microprocessor. So they moved on to microprocessor and asked a lots of questions from microprocessor. So is it okay for you that you can tell that other subject is your favorite subject, like microprocessor DBMS? Again, I said DBMS is one of the best and one of the most important subject. You must possess a good knowledge of that as you are in 7th semester only right now. And for ECA student, DBMS comes in 7th semester only, but for CS and IT students, DBMS is introduced to you earlier. So there will be lots of questions from that. They will ask you some questions from SQL to write some. They will not ask you hard questions, but they will ask you questions from that also. So having a good knowledge of programming and SQL must, and also as you are a final year student, you must be working on your project. Project plays a very vital role in interview. They must and they will ask the question from your project as what is your project and what is your role in that project. You must prepare very well for that because there will be lots of questions from there. They will ask you about your project, and if your project is somewhat unique, that will help you a lot. Unique projects are much more appreciated. Your unique idea will be appreciated there, and they will ask you about the future scope of your project and all those kinds of questions. As you were preparing for your final year examination, your final year project submission, you will have to give the answers of those questions. Just prepare those answers right now on, as they can ask you from your project. Uh,
Okay.
that's all from
So,
interview perspective.
okay. Kuntal, can you go on unmute and can you ask your question?
Hello.
Yep.
Yeah. Will the programs in the coding section be like totally direct questions, like suppose do bubble sort or write Fibonacci series questions, or like will it be implementation based like in competitive coding?
See, as we said, the question that is 45 minutes coding round will be divided into two sections.
Yeah.
First one will be easy, which you can do it very easily, right? And for second one, it will be a scenario based question, right?
Mhm.
Where it will be a mixture of sorting, searching, will be a mixture of your linked list, array, stack, or some queue. So it will be a mixture kind of. There
Okay.
will be a problem statement and which you need to solve. And for that, as I suggested, you go to Hackers Rank and try to do some competitive, challenging problem statement so that it will give you some idea that what type of question can be there in TCS aptitude coding,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
Because we cannot say ki what type of question and what question may come during your exam. We can only give you the overview or what type of question you can expect, but exactly we cannot say ki yes, this question can come, right? So for that, I would suggest you please go to Hackers Rank or Hackers Earth or some other any competitive website. You can refer that where you try to do some challenging problem statement based on C language or in Python language. It's up to you.
Okay. Okay. Fine.
So, Kriti has one question. What type of question comes? Kriti, about your programming, we have already explained that in programming section, in coding section, these two type of question may come. And about your pseudocode section, yeah, pseudocode is something like there will be some syntax kind of stuff like let's say for example addition of two numbers using a function where some input parameter will be there and inside that some logic will be there and it will be instructed yes the two numbers are 2 and 4 and what will be the output of this particular program after executing these lines of code. Let's say for example inside it is 2 plus 2, that is addition of two numbers. So if my input is 2 and 2, then the output will be 4. And if inside logic is multiplication, so it will be kind of 2 cross 2, that is 4. So it depends on your pseudocode which is written over there, and based on that some input parameter they will give and output you need to decide based on the logic defined in the function. About NQT, any other question or any other query other than the HR related question you guys are having?
Yeah. This year, a new the section has been introduced. Like it's industry in QT. Like, I still didn't get the concept of that. What is that?
Pardon?
There is a section that has been included, industry NQT, that we have to attend after giving the NQT, the actual NQT. So like I have a confusion with that.
Abhishek, let me answer this question. So, Kuntan, this industrial NQT is not for us, for IT students. Okay, this is for all those students who are not from in the IT background. They will appear for NQT exam. They will get their NQT score, and after getting their NQT score, the different types of companies, mechanical related, mechanical based company, they will take the industrial based NQT exam for those students only. They need to crack it and go for the interview. This is not for us for IT student. You need
Okay,
not to bother about
so
this.
after NQT will be directly proceeded to the next interview round.
Yes, yes. Look, this year NQT is changed. Now I have mentioned NQT is CCQT.
Mm.
Earlier TCS Iron used to take an exam called CCQT, Common Corporate Qualifier Test. This year this is merged with NQT only. So NQT score is like your MCAT score. You must have heard something like MCAT,
Yes.
litmus, and you got some score there. This is like that only. You will get your NQT
Yes.
score. Thereafter, the company, different types of companies, they will take their industrial based exams, and you need to crack those. And After getting that exam's result, you will appear for those interviews. So let us consider if you are a mechanical engineer and you have set for TCS NQT, selected for subjective test and got job in TCS also. But if you want to get job in some core-based company, so what you need to do is you need to sit for that industrial NQT. Then again, you can give interview and get a job in core company also.
Okay.
One thing I want to ask that I am a 2020 pass out batch student. So I have
Okay.
also applied for this, but everywhere in the official website there was written that it is only for 2021 batch. So means we will get any kind of call for interview or something if we clear the exam.
See, Neeraj has already explained about this 2020 and 2021, who all are eligible for TCS NQT and who all are eligible for the other companies of Tata's, right? So
Okay.
in many of the website, you all are getting news like 2021, 22 as well as 19 students are eligible for TCS this year, right?
Yeah.
So, but for TCS, only 2021 is only eligible.
Thanks.
Any other question?
No, not from my side.
Okay. So we guys are planning for the HR round of question that because many of you are asking like what type of question during the HR round they will ask and all. So we are planning for that session as well. So please comment if you want such kind of session, and based on your reaction we'll try to conduct the HR session as well with some of the industry expert who is from HR domain. So please comment in the group or in the chat section that yes, you want some HR related question as well. So with this, we are ending this session of today's. If you have any query or any doubts regarding TCS, NQT and patterns and all, so please post your comments in the group or in the chat section as well. And we all are available always for you. So do not hesitate to ask your question. You can post your question anytime in any open forum, so, and we will definitely get back to you. So thank you guys. Thank you for joining this session and all the best. Neeraj, you want to add some ending notes for them?
Yes, first of all the very best, all of you, for this TCS NQT 2021. And remember one thing, confidence is the key. Be confident, don't lose your hope, and be confident in interview especially. That matters is your confidence. If you don't know anything, just say I don't know. They will not like you must know everything. So if you don't know anything, you just say I don't know this and I know this. Just be confident and be very careful while choosing your favorite subject. If you say this is your favorite subject and you are very confident in this, they must ask you very much questions from that section, and be ready with your project. That's all the very best.
Thank you, Neeraj. Thank you for joining with us.